You didn't think anything of it. Might have been on a dog walk, right? And then you've come back to golfing and it's like, oh, a little bit sore, but I'm okay, lads. I'll play through it. And then over time, you just start to be a bit casual here through impact, not quite as committed for the ball turf. You naturally protect. Woods are going well, though. Can you see how the woods will be the last affected? Because it's a forward ball position, ball on a tee. We can get away with that. Hi everyone, Murdoch here, hope you're well. Complacency kicks in. You start riding the wave, I call it. Thinking that you've got it sussed. You've cracked it. It's an easy game, no problem. I played well last week, I've played the last 2 weeks really well. Isn't it great? Easy game. And then the old faults creep in. It's not new ones, that's the good thing about this game. It's never new faults creeping in, it's always going to be the old ones catching up with you. You know, what am I doing? I've lost it. Go back to the simple process of checking your setup after warming up well. Like I said, complacency. You might find that you're not warming up as strictly as you were before. You have to be so disciplined in that aspect. The warming up's massive. The warming up's a huge part of it after understanding a really good 9.5 out of 10 setup, if not 10 out of 10. That's it. That's 90% of golf. Then the mental side, the thought process needs to be consistent. And that's you understanding your limitations, what that one thing is you need to think of that makes the biggest difference for you to strike it ball turf. All right, so this video, you're back to square one. You've lost it. You've lost the plot. Can't even strike your short irons. If that's the case, and I just had a client today actually come up with this is the idea of making the video. It's more common than you think. Lost the plot, can't even hit short shots. Well, there's no point wrestling it out with big swings. So suddenly, let's, put the big sticks away. I got a 9-iron here, and I'm going to go right down to what I've said before, and I've done this narrow stance down the handle. It's kind of like my 9-iron drill, but we're not going to go quite as far as that even. You're going to suddenly just pause and think, set up well, make sure you're perfect. Remember, you've got a kid's club now. You're down the handle a good 2 or 3 inches, setting up even. But I'm now thinking, right, well, for ball turf, I need to just remind myself of where I need to be. Club path, my alignment stick, and then a ball position reminder here. So that's in the center. Impact, ball turf, that's what I want. Right here. Well, I'm going to be in this position. And then it might be, oh, ow, ow. And then suddenly you remember you hurt your knee. You hurt your left hip. You didn't think anything of it. Might have been on a dog walk, right? And then you've come back to golfing and it's like, oh, a little bit sore, but I'm okay, lads. I'll play through it. And then over time, you just start to be a bit casual here through impact, not quite as committed for the ball turf. You naturally protect. Woods are going well, though. Can you see how the woods will be the last affected? Because it's a forward ball position, ball on a tee. We can get away with that. But then you start picking your irons. Then you start fatting a couple, the odd top. And then that comes down to this. But if you play through that, and you only play once a week, can you see fortnight's passed, a month has passed, and now your confidence level's dropping because you're not hitting it as sweetly as you remember. A couple of rainy days, couple of course closed in winter, 2 months have passed. Now you're stiffening up. Now you've lost your confidence and you're scared to play. All because of that one thing that we just forgot to check when we did our warm up. We would have found it then. So don't get complacent. So you've lost the strike. We're going to get it back. So you start with a little club, 9-iron, you've got enough loft. Not a wedge. It's because it's such a short swing and too much loft. We don't get the compression on that. A 9-iron, you'll be able to feel it when you really strike it well. So that's why I've chosen the 9 over the wedge. So set up, narrow stance, down the handle. Put yourself in impact. Then understand, after understanding impact for ball turf, that's your lower body, right? And then you'll start to click it back. The reason why we loaded on the instep, inside of the instep of the right foot coming into the backswing, so we can get off it quicker and clear the hip. So this is your first stage. you'll feel this discomfort here. It's like a mini turn drill, but practical with the club. Then it's kind of scrape through to understand the importance of staying behind the wall, which is the club on the ground. Here's my plumb bob arm, yeah? So you can just start to see it all starts coming back in floods if you do the warm-up well. Then you're understanding the path of the club. So not only have we got the strike back, we've got the path of the club for delivering it pretty much down your target. Then that settles the mind. You're onto something now. You'll be reminded, yeah, I know. It's always going to be uncomfortable. That's why it's difficult. We've got to fight this discomfort as a good thing. So once you're in that position, let's do little swings. No ball. Got my stick, and I'm just going to try and play little divots, going back to here and then committing through the impact. There's one. As you start getting confident, you can add a little bit of speed. But already, without the distraction of the ball, we've got this distraction, you can start to feel your body capable again for the ball turf squeezy, trappy, powerful strike. This swing is what you'll build the whole set around. You're not going to change much to be pitching beautifully with a sand wedge and wedge, because you're clearing your body and you're timing your arms in sync with that over just a small little swing back and through. So let's hit a couple. Recall the last feeling. Your goal's not the result. We're not there yet on direction. You've got the move. You understand ball turf again. And that's the focus on the front of your mind. You've got the little swing template from those practice swings. Good strike. Good move, good strike. Equals 3. The result. I know it's going to go straight, and it did, right down my target. It's not more complicated than that, chaps. The hardest thing about golf is how our body feels every day differently. We sleep funny. Back sore from working off the sofa. Back sore from playing five-a-side football. Ankles, knees. From having that lovely, over 50s football match, right? These things are all factors in everyday life. So if you just play through that thinking you'll be all right, forcing the driver, forcing the 3-wood, that's when you start to lose it. So give that a go. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up if you enjoyed. Please comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't. I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.